I just arrived back home here in South Korea, so I figured, as your South Korean travel guide, I gotta give you an updated customs video, right? It's tradition. I do this every time. So I'm gonna answer all of your frequently asked questions, like what forms do you need to fill out in advance, and including all different visa types. If you're a tourist, long-term, what does customs look like? How are you gonna get through it the quickest? So I will answer all of your frequently asked questions that you asked me over on Instagram in this video, and check the comments below because I will reply to any other questions I didn't cover in this video. Okay, let's get right into it. As of right now, you do not need to take any test in order to arrive here in Korea. You don't need to take a test after you arrive here in Korea, and they don't check vaccination status anymore unless you're coming from China. Nobody from China watches my videos, so let's keep going. For the sake of saving yourself time and trouble, fill out the Q code in advance. I will put the link down below, and I will put all of the information that you need in order to fill out this document on the screen. You can only fill this out within 72 hours of your flight because there are COVID-related questions on there. Do you have any symptoms? How have you been feeling? And they don't want you to do that like 2 months in advance because you might not be feeling too hot after 2 months. So some quick things to note. You're gonna have to enter your name. Make sure you put it exactly like it is on your passport. Last, first, and then middle. The address will be the first address that you stay here in Korea. So if you plan to hop around, that's okay. Just put the very first address of where you're staying. You're gonna have to put in your own cell phone number / contact number. It does say that you need a Korean contact phone number. For those of you who watched my SIM card video and you bought it in advance, you could put that Korean contact phone number here. However, if you don't have a SIM card, you could even ask your Airbnb host for their number. Once you fill out all of the information, you will get a Q code sent to you. Make sure you take a screenshot and you have that on your phone, because once you get off the plane, there's gonna be a million people waiting around trying to scan the little Q code thing and fill out the information in line. If you do in advance, you just pass everybody. There'll be workers, literally just show them your Q code and they'll point you in the right line. Then you walk down a little lane, you're gonna scan your Q code on a little machine. Then you're gonna put your wrist down to take your temperature. And you're done. And if you do this in advance, literally you will be through that portion of customs within like 30 seconds. On the airplane, if you are a tourist, you wanna make sure you fill out the arrival card. For those of you who are on long-term visas, you don't have to fill out the arrival card. Just make sure you have your ARC blue identity card. You'll walk up through the foreign passport area. Once you go through the little glass doors, you're either as a tourist giving your passport and your arrival card, or long-term visa holders, you're giving them your passport and your ARC card. If you're a tourist, they might ask you, how long do you plan to stay here? Have you been here before? What brings you to Korea? Usually a really simple question, done. You'll walk through those doors and then there'll be like the baggage claim sign. Look to the left of that big sign because that's the newest arrivals. Find your flight, and then it'll say what baggage claim gate your luggage will be at. Go find your little gate number. Gonna go down a little escalator. Why'd I say it like that? Gonna go down the escalator, wait for your luggage. They have free like pushy carts for if you have a lot of luggage, and you can use those all the way up until the area that you're going to take some sort of public transportation. So push all your luggage then to the declaration area. That's where you're gonna give them that long white strip where you most likely aren't declaring anything unless you plan to sell a lot of goods here in Korea. You'll go through that. They're just gonna literally collect those white sheets. They're probably not even gonna talk to you or anything. Then you walk through those double doors. Then you take public transportation of some kind to your final destination. I have 2 other really helpful sources. One is my airport guide, especially if you wanna know how to take public transportation from the airport to your accommodation. I would check that out. I'll link it below. And this video, it answers a lot of frequently asked questions that I get a lot in my direct messages for those of you coming to South Korea for the first time. So I'll link that video right here and I'll see you over there. Bye!